Hello everyone, I'm Tuco. Welcome back to another episode of the Dwarven Let's Play here on the One Ring server. Today we are going to be basically planning out our marketplace and also our, I guess the market stalls and the other parts of our little city here. And I also got fly, so this will be a lot easier to actually look at our work. Now also, in the last episode, a few guys said that this didn't look quite dwarven, so I changed it up a bit in outlining it with dwarven brick, but I'm not quite certain about it, especially this part here, because I'm not quite sure if this looks good or not. I mean, I like this here with the slabs; those look pretty good, but these right here with the stair blocks, I'm not certain if they should be dwarven brick or cobblestone. Let me know if this should change to cobblestone, and also these change to just like normal dwarven slabs. But other than that, I think it looks a lot better with the dwarven and the cobblestone mixed together. I think it looks pretty nice. But anyway, also some announcements before we actually do get into actually building this little area here and planning it out properly. First things first, while I was away on my vacation, wonderful vacation by the way, absolutely breathtaking, we got raided and all of my animals were slaughtered, as well as a few of our farmhands too. I'm not quite certain how they killed my chickens in here. Now, of course, I've been scrapping this for parts because I've been building another one down in our fortress. So as you can see, it is kind of ruined at this point. I'm going to be changing this into something else later, but basically, you know how my chickens are all secure. Okay, there's no way you're getting in there because no one can open these because there's a banner protection right below here. And yet somehow they killed all my chickens in there. They said something about like the mace or hand of Sauron or something like that. I'm not really certain what that is. But somehow they killed them. They also killed my sheep, which I put over here. And the cows down in my base, because they did find a way to actually get in. They got in through the top because Schematica sometimes leaves holes in the top of my base whenever you use it. So they got in through like a hole here. I patched it up, so they shouldn't be getting in. Plus, I have the wall going around, so it shouldn't be too bad. Should be pretty fine. Also, we got to finish this before the siege. And also about the war. Basically, we went to war with quite a few factions, 4 different factions, versus just us. I mean, I was feeling pretty optimistic because, you know, a few of the faction members were saying like, oh yeah, Isengard's on our side, or you know, this other faction's on our side. They don't really like Angband or something like that. And so I was like, all right, so it should be a pretty fun, fair fight, whatever. And then we had like 33 players versus us, just our faction, which I don't know. I kind of like overwhelming odds, and it's kind of fun. But basically, we paid the tribute required. And now that that is all said and done and over, we're having another war, a brand new war in which it's going to be 3v3, and that should be, I guess, more fun with a 3v3 faction. So I believe it's the Blue Mountains, Gondor, and us versus Angband, Angmar, and the North. And I think that should be pretty fine. My fortress, of course, is on the roster for the sieges, so we do have to get this wall, hurry up and finish all the traps and everything. Of course, I'm not going to show the traps because I don't want to show where they are. That would be pretty bad, because then it wouldn't be a surprise, and that's no fun. Also, these things have to be removed, of course, very soon. And I believe that's it for the most part. And then, actually, first off, I also went ahead and put in all of the roads, at least the major parts of the roads, and just the basic forms of them. I'm probably going to detail them a little bit more, adding some dwarven brick, like maybe some slabs kind of along this side here, just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. Of course, we're also going to have lampposts around the area just to light it up, make it look really nice. Also, I finally got this in here all the way up to my tower here, which is very nice, a lot better than just having to walk up all of this massive hill. And again, I'm not really certain what I'm going to have here. Maybe a tavern. We might turn it into a tavern. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Because basically, I want the exterior of my fortress here, because, you know, we have the interior in the mountain and all that. That's going to be like barracks, armory, smithy, farms, treasury, dining halls, and all, you know, the works. But out here, I think what we're going to have out here is marketplaces here. Up here, I'm not really certain what I'm going to put up here. Maybe like, I don't know, a sawmill or something like that. Well, we're not exactly near water, are we? Well, I don't know. We'll put something up here. Maybe some more markets. I'm not sure. Today, we're just going to focus on this little area over here. And then, of course, this we're going to change into a much better looking smithy, because let's be honest, this doesn't look the greatest. But we'll change that. And also, I plan on putting, once I finish with this wall here, because this is new. It goes around my entire base, as you can see here. Well, here we are on the mini map. It goes around the entirety of my base. I mean, it's very big, and I'm going to finish it hopefully soon. It's requiring a lot of resources, a lot of time too. But basically, it's going to be identical to this wall here. You're going to be able to walk in it. That way we have a 360 defense of the entire hill. I might put in a tower or two around and about. Honestly, I'm not quite certain about that. I might just leave it a wall just to make it a little bit easier on myself. But also with this wall, we are going to be making another one, very similar to it, connecting from up there along that ridge, coming along here. This over here either needs to get world edited and destroyed, or has to get fixed somehow. I'm probably just going to destroy it all. But it's going to come along here, and I'm not quite certain where I want the wall to go from there. Either I could just kind of have it come up the wall, or have the wall come up this way and somehow connect it with this here, perhaps, and like turn this into a gatehouse, maybe. I mean, that's an option. Or we can have the wall come along this like little gorge here and around to the pond here. And we could also have it surround the pond if we want, but that is going to require a lot of resources and a lot of time. Or like I said, I could just skip it, just come along the side here and connect it up right there. And then we can have farms on the outside, kind of, well, actually, you know, that's not a bad idea. We'll have the wall come along here and then have farms out over this way. We'll cut down that forest there, put in a few cottages, I suppose, because, you know, dwarves, they're very good crafters and miners and whatnot, but I mean, if you're at war with someone and you're not trading for food, I mean, you're going to need some way to get nutrients and food. So we are going to have farms over there, probably a windmill or two. Just depends on how many farms we want, I suppose. Now, I guess we should get right into it in actually planning this out. So I do have quite a few market stalls planned. If I can pull up their schematica, I guess their schematica, or schematics, I suppose. So this is the first one. As you can see, it's a fairly sizable market stall. It's a pretty fine one, if I do say so myself. I quite like it. It's very versatile. We can put anything we really want in here. So we'll probably have, like, I don't know, like a florist, I guess, a butcher, I don't know, a clother, a jeweler, you know, other bits and bobs, you know, someone selling hay, someone selling logs, and, you know, other things like that. Maybe even like a little blacksmith shop if the blacksmith wants one. I don't know. We'll see. But we also have, as you saw, we have 5 different variants here. So we have that variant. Then we have this one here. I quite like this one. It's fairly fine. And then we also have the number 3 market stall, which is this one here. It's a smaller version of the other one, just to give it a bit more variation in the different stalls that we are going to be, I guess, installing. Then we have this one here, which is, again, similar to the last 2, but a little bit different, just to give it, again, more variations. That way we're not just looking at the same old market stall, because that'd be quite boring. And then we have this one, which is very similar to the first one, but is a smaller version of it. As you can see, these are fairly large market stalls, but I think those go really well in just plopping them, I guess, around this little area here. This one, how big is this one? I believe this is a 6x6, and the other one was I want to say a 7x7? Yeah. So we'll just be placing these in, and then what was the other ones? I gotta pull these ones up real quick. The market stalls, I guess we'll just pull up number 2. How big is that? That's a 4x5? 4x5. And the other one, I believe, was a 3x4? Or 4x3? Whatever you want to say. But we'll be placing these in later on, because as you all know, my sheep are dead, so we can't exactly fit these in just yet. I might actually be... Actually, yeah, we probably should push this back a little ways. And just give ourselves a bit more room for these market stalls, and of course all their goods as well. We're gonna have mounds of logs and hay and pumpkins and melons and all kinds of wonderful stuff. But for first things first, we're gonna have to place this in here. I want it all along this area. Well, yeah, I do want it all along this area. So first things first, we'll go with the, I guess the 4x. We'll go by a 4x3. We'll just have the small little one here. And I'm just going to outline it with the cobblestone right now. And we'll place them in later. Actually, I should probably color code this if I'm being honest. Or else I am going to forget. So this one is the market stall 3. Is it 3? I don't remember. I believe it was 3. Might have been 2. 3. Yeah, market stall. Oh, it's a 4x. Oh, that's a 4x4. Yeah, so market stall 3 will be cobblestone, because we want to keep this a little bit organized at least, or you know, somewhat organized at least. But the next one, we might want to turn these on their side. Well, no, we don't need to. But with this one, I guess we can do, I guess the 6x6, the bigger one. It is quite big. We extend it out to here. Yeah, that should be fine. Break that there. And we shall just make a nice little square here. Now, usually, I'm not the one who usually plans out my builds first. Usually, I just build and see how it ends up. But this time around, I kind of wanted to do it since it is a bit more, or was going to be a bit more freehand. And to be honest, I'm not very good at freehand when I'm talking, if you guys haven't noticed. I'm pretty poor at it. Okay, so that's 6x6. And that would be the number 5. Okay, so I'm going to need... I guess it doesn't really matter what we use, just that we use something. I guess the other ones could be... I don't really want them to be stairs. We'll just keep that cobblestone. Let's go grab some... I guess some dwarven brick, and that'll be number 1. I'll categorize these properly. And actually, let's line these up properly too. Okay, so that's, yeah. All right, cool. This should work out fine if I remember what they are. If I forget, that's an entirely different story. But I should be able to remember what's what. Now, in terms of the siege, of course, this isn't really going to help us, but I can't exactly work on the traps while recording. That would just give away their positions, and it would pretty much be all for naught. But the next one here, I guess, can be that 5x5, and I believe that was this one here, number 2. So if that's 5, right, that's 5. It's kind of hard with the walls. But yeah, that's 5. And then I believe it was 4. Oh, actually, I think it was 5, if I'm not mistaken. But that's fine if it overlaps with the cobblestone. I kind of want it to. But we'll see here. Let me grab number 2 real quick. Just be certain about its dimensions. Yeah, okay, so it is a 4x5. Or, no. Yeah. Yeah, 4x5. Okay, so I put this up wrong. All right, let's unload that real quick and get back to this here. Okay, so we'll extend that out there and come across like so, right? No, wrong. Gotta take this back a little ways, actually. And that should be right. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that does look pretty good. All right, cool. So we'll have that there. The next one, I'm not sure. I'm not certain. We could actually put in something around here, perhaps. Maybe that 7x7, and have like a cobblestone walkway coming this way. We could do that, or we could also just put it along this nice circular. I almost want to say courtyard. Actually, I kind of want to place something in the middle of it. Not really certain. We could put like a statue in the center, or like a water fountain if we wanted to. We're gonna have to sleep on that. I'm not certain what we should put in the center there, but I do know that I kind of do want this to extend out in this direction. So we'll place just a small little cobblestone walkway. Nothing too fancy, because this is just a marketplace. I mean, it's just a common marketplace for merchants who are passing through and want to sell their wares. So that's 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we'll extend this out this way, and it should end up being just fine. Wow, this thing just fits. Dang, we are really squeezing in the market stalls today. Okay, yeah, this should look pretty good. And of course, we're going to be using the blue and white for the Durance folk, I guess, look, I suppose. This is market stall. Ooh, this is a wide one. How big is this one? I forget. I know it's 4. I know it's 4 wide, but I forget how long it is. Yeah, no, it's 3 wide. Okay, it's really skinny. But how long is it? That's 3, 5. Okay, so this is one of my smaller ones, actually. Interesting. But will that fit? It should be able to fit. Let me see here. If that's 5. Okay, so let me see here. 1, 2, 3. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just come across here like so. All right, this place is starting to shape up. Now, of course, we're going to want some on the cobblestone here, so I'm probably going to grab that one. Okay, so we're going to use the 6x6 here. It'll probably be fine here because these outlines here is where the roofs are going to be extending out to. Mainly, the actual area that they're actually going to be encompassing is just inside here, so it shouldn't be too bad, actually. That's not right, is that? That's not right at all. What is this? That's a 6. Oh, shoot. Well, let's extend this out a little ways, and we'll make enough room for this to actually fit a little bit more properly. Because when I'm placing this in, I'm going to be quite confused as to how that fit. Okay, so that should work just fine. All right, now as for this one, we want to extend it 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's going to cut in a little too far than what I kind of wanted to. Because, like I said, if we are going to have like a fountain or, I guess, a statue too in the middle, we're not going to want to extend that far. We might actually want to end up placing just like one of these, I think. Yeah. Let's go with, I guess we'll go with this one. We'll go with this one because this one is much too big for this little area. And which way do we want to be facing? I guess the same way as this one. So we'll do 4, and just to make it a little off, well, no, I suppose we should have a little way of them getting in. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll extend out this way. I know it is relatively the same size, and I know they're flanking the same place, but I think it should end up looking just fine. Okay, so now that that is in place, we're going to want, can we fit this 6x6 over here? Possibly. Actually, you know what? I think we can. I think we can for this area, though. Let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it does extend that far. Actually, let's extend it this way. So let's get rid of this block here, and that should open up a little bit more space for us. So 1, 2, and I guess we'll just, put it up on top of this hill here a little bit. So that's 4, 5, 6, and then we'll come across and all the way down and around like so. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. All right, cool. And then as for this side, we got quite a bit of space to work with. And as for what I actually want to put here, I guess we can put this 4x4 here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shoot. Not far enough. So let's place that cobblestone there. And just trying to get a relatively fine map of this place. Now, also, I don't even have the, I guess I don't even have the lamppost design yet. I don't even have those designed yet. And also, this is going to extend all the way to my place, but I haven't gotten around to actually finishing all of the roads here. And I'm not quite certain where I'm going to have the gate, because like I said, I wanted to have a wall that comes around here. I'll probably have the gate there, actually. Yeah, come to think of it, probably right there. It's probably the best idea. But anyway, back to our marketplace here. Okay, so we got these two set up. I guess we can have here for like storage of like barrels and stuff. Yeah, that sounds good. And then we can have the big 7-footer, I guess 7-meter, whatever you want to call it. We can put this one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be big enough to fit in this little area. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this should look pretty fine. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll extend out this way. All right. Yeah, I think this will look good. We'll have barrels here, like maybe some hay bales over here. Not certain where we should put like some maybe some logs right here actually. Yeah, I think that'd look pretty fine. All right, so then what we're gonna need for over here, this is obviously gonna get destroyed because this doesn't look good. Now well, actually, you know what? I might turn this into a storage barn. Come to think of it. You know, for merchants to maybe store their wares and whatnot. And obviously, we're going to need stables for the horses, too. So either stables or a barn. Not entirely certain. But anyway, we're going to place, like, a log pile here. So we're going to need some decent space about to there, which means our next place should probably be... Oh, shoot, I ran out. I ran out already. Well, we only need a few of those ones because those are so big. But we'll place this one in. How big is that again? That's 3 by 5. So we'll place 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll come across this way. Oh, not placing stuff right, that's for sure. All right, so we'll get rid of these here, and it should end up looking pretty decent. Yeah, that looks good, and we'll have a pretty sizable log pile, or maybe even we can put like a, I guess almost like a cart there, you know, like a market cart or like a wagon, I guess. A wagon, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. But over here, this is quite a small area. And I kind of want some room, if we are going to turn this into a stable or something like that, for something to go in there. So I guess what we'll do is, we'll just place in that nice and easy 4x4 over here, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess we could have like a road coming this way. Yeah, that'll look fine. And then we'll extend this up like so. And, of course, on top of this hill real quick. No, that's not right. You want to extend that high, which is good because then I don't have to change the shape of the hill. All right, very nice. So with those placed in, we just have this, I guess, relatively sizable chunk to deal with. Not really certain what I should put there. So we got basically 2 of everything except for 3 of those. What should we put in then? I guess we can put right along here. We can do one of these 3 by 5s once again, and then for this area over here, I'm not certain what we should put there. Well, we could put another one of these over here, the 6 by 6s. Yeah, I think it'd look all right over here. We'll just extend it like so, and then come across 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Oh, too far. Want to keep it at 6 because that is the size that we are using. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. There we are. Nice. And then we should extend this equally, and it should end up looking pretty fine. Now over here, we're probably gonna have some more storage. But I think we could also fit in, if we really wanted to, and I kind of do want to, we can fit in another one of these. So that's 5, and then it comes 4, I believe, is the distance. And boom. All right, I think our market here is, oh shoot. I forgot, I wanted the road to go there, didn't I? Well, Well, I guess what we could do is we could keep that there, but we could remove this because this doesn't really need to be there. Yeah, we'll just make the big one and remove this one. Yeah, sounds good. All right, cool. Now, like I said, I'm not quite certain what to do with this area over here. We could just extend the market, make it a little bit bigger. I mean, this already is a pretty decent market size for our fortress. Not sure if we want anything bigger, but then again, I don't know what we're going to put over here. If anything, you know, at all. But actually, we might put something over here. I guess we'd put, I mean, maybe another one of those, perhaps. I kind of like these ones. So, I guess what we could do is we just put one of these here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And extend these to about 4. And like so. And then... oh, looks like it ran out. Well, that's fine. I don't need to completely finish it. But that looks pretty good. And then we could also probably just throw in another one of these just right alongside. And it should end up looking just fine. All right. I think the markets are all, well, I mean, not completely officially planned out. Of course, we still need to know where everything else is going in terms of, like, the lighting and, of course, banners and ribbons and all that kind of wonderful jazz. And it should end up looking pretty fine. Yeah, I think it'll look pretty fine. Now, I'm going to leave the server real quick and show you guys a marketplace that I designed for another server, for, of course, another Iron Hills commander, who is absolutely amazing, on the Flames of War server. So I'll show you guys that real quick here. All right, so here's the first marketplace that I've designed that I want to show you guys. And this was made, like, I want to say a year ago or more. Now, the reason why I'm showing you guys this is just to give you a rough idea as to what I kind of want our marketplace to look like. And this was the first marketplace I ever built for like a little outpost for the Iron Hills. I believe it was in the Wildlands or something like that. So these are the kinds of lampposts or like, yeah, light posts that I'm thinking of designing for the place. And then, of course, all of our wonderful market stalls and whatnot. These are different to the ones that I'm making. The ones that I'm using are a lot smaller than these. These are really massive stalls. Of course, with all kinds of things. We've got bird cages. We've got pumpkins and barrels. We've got hay and books and logs and all kinds of wonderful stuff. And this is what I mean by the like the banners and ribbons and whatnot. Just some nice little decorations. And then, of course, the second marketplace that I wanted to show you guys was this monstrosity that I built for the fortress. It took me ages to build this thing. But this is roughly what I'm thinking. Not quite, you know, this grand, of course. But with, like, these different stalls and whatnot. And these are the same type of stalls that I'm thinking of. You know, using, like, armor stands, like cakes, and selling saplings and barrels and all kinds of stuff like that. Now, of course, we aren't going to have any of these elaborate, you know, amazing, like, permanent stalls. I would like to design this and actually put this in my base, because I never really got to put this inside the fortress. I mean, I did, but I never finished it. That's just it. I kind of never finished this. I mean, we've even got an adventurers guild in here, you know, equipped with all kinds of awesome armors. We got like I guess a war room or whatever. We've even got like a little library in here for an adventurers guild. And then along with all the other different market stalls that I've designed in here, it's pretty elaborate. I mean, we got building supplies. We got, what do we got over here? We got lumber. I mean, of course, all these aren't finished and all that, because, well, like I said, I never got around to it, and it was taking me forever, so I kind of just quit on the project. But like I said, kind of like this, with different, like, selling of mugs, you know, use of item frames, and again, more just banners and ribbons and whatnot. Now, of course, we are going to design like a fountain this big, but either it's going to be a fountain or a statue, and I would like you guys to decide, because I'm kind of partial to either or. It doesn't really matter to me. But anyway, guys, I do believe that will do it for this episode of the Dwarven Let's Play on the One Ring server. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. As always, I'm Tuco. God bless, and I'll see you guys next time.